All right, welcome to our second match for the day. Yeah, this is another tough match. Interesting. We got quite a backlog actually. I haven't played. I haven't. Well, what have I been doing? I've been trying to get orbs. I've been trying to get orbs to summon on the latest banner with Crom. I think I've made the ultimate decision to skip the legendary banner. As good as Diamant is, this Crom is just insane. So that's where my orbs are gonna go. I don't know, maybe the legendary banner will stay around long enough for me to, if it's another 7 days, I'll probably try. I'm pretty dry though. I don't know if I'll have enough. Maybe I'll get lucky. I don't know. I don't think I'll have enough to be able to go to Spark on the legendary banner, and I kind of want to get both Crom and Lucina, Marth, from the new banner. So I don't know how that's going to play out. I'm gonna go spend some orbs on this banner with Crom and Marth, because one, I kind of want that. I want that Gale Force skill. I want that to fodder, and I want a copy of each of those units: Lucina, Crom, and Fur. Essentially, I want all three of them. So, and one X. So that's like four. I don't know. I might have a bad session, so that's also something to consider. But we'll see how that goes. For now, here we are in this match. Another tough one, as I said. This is a fantastic setup here for defense. All of the right units here. The ranges are all covered very, very well. A lot of thought went into this, I can tell. I don't think this is copied. I haven't seen anyone use something like this, so I don't believe this is a copied defense. This looks like something that they built and put effort into. Jimbro here, who has been wreaking havoc on my defense. Pretty much every replay that I run, I'm seeing him on the opposing team, and essentially the only nuke, or the main nuke on my defense, is Emblem Erica. And this Jimbro, Armored Bro, is a hard counter to Emblem Erica. As far as I can tell, he wins every single time. I haven't figured out a way to swing that. I haven't really tried, but from what I can see so far, Jimbro wins every single time against Emblem Erica, and I don't have a solution for that just yet. So I think my defense for Astra season is probably going to change, which sucks because I really liked it. I've been running it for quite a while now. I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's just, the solution is just to remove Erica and put Camilla in, because she would essentially solve that problem, because Camilla wins. Or maybe I swap out Erica for the new unit, the new Fur, because I'm definitely getting that Fur. I don't know. I'm gonna make a midweek adjustment for my defense, or it won't be since it's already like Friday that I'm doing this. So I don't know. There's not that many days left for defense, so it's gonna be an adjustment. So my plan here is to break this block so that I can have a spot to go in with Camilla. And then I don't know, remember I was saying that some of my teams for this Astra season don't have the greatest synergy. So this is one of those teams. I don't really have a way for Edelgard to get in, and Edelgard is the one that has the majority of the action economy on this team. This team needs Tana to allow Edelgard to then warp in, and I don't know who I would replace to put Tana in. So that is a failure in team building on my part. This team needed to be better than it currently is, and it is not. So I'm gonna make that adjustment at some point. I don't know when. It's not gonna be after this match, win or lose. I'm probably just gonna load another one and keep going. But it is definitely flawed in terms of its team composition. So do not copy this. It is not good. It worked last week because I had, the last Astra Anima season, it worked because it was Ashera, and she was essentially just a smite bot. So that was my main way to move Edelgard around the map, to have Ashera smite or reposition. I forget what, I think it was more than likely reposition. I typically don't run smite. and that was the main way to get Edelgard in. But I don't think that will work this season because each of the units here are offensive in nature, and the only reason, Crom. The only reason, we're missing this now. Yeah, it would have been to my benefit to go on turn 1 because all of the bonus statuses, all of the effects weren't active just yet, but they are now. So, and as you can see, I'm no longer getting it. The KO. That's unfortunate, and also I'm getting debuffed as well, so that plays a part. But that's why Elm is here. But then to do that, I need to clear a path for Elm to be able to attack into. Again, praises to this defense. It is very good. I'm pretty sure that those traps in the front are real because it just makes sense. Or I don't know which one of the two because I already stepped on one of the real traps. I don't know which one of the two is real. And it's very difficult to then get in and out of those positions, especially with counter control on the Byleths. So, I'm pointing out key components or key little things or key criterias, key elements of this defense that make it so good. Byleth, his range is one of them. The S there is killing me with my list. And then also Marth with, even though he's locked, the fact that if you try to beat there, the defense will activate is also another good thing, and that Marth also covers the same range by being able to jump and warp, and a lot of really good things here. Warp Bubble would probably be a good thing to stop this from functioning in the way that it was designed, but I don't have any teams with Warp Bubble built in, so not a playstyle that I really, take advantage of on any season. I have kind of stopped that playstyle ever since Gatekeeper has fallen off. I've been a lot more aggressive in how I approach Ether raids. But yeah, the trap placements for this team are fantastic. It's kind of difficult for me to try to position my units to get around here because Lin Ring is also a problem here. As you can see, I'm trying to figure out the cancel range because I want to get back into position that's safe. And out of range of everything, because I'm going to try on turn 3 to see if I can get some additional help here. But I was saying that this is one of the few teams that has a counter to Black Knight, which is in the form of Veronica can kind of do a job, but primarily Nyx. Primarily Nyx is the option. In terms of being able to counter BK. But unfortunately, like I said, there isn't really a way for me to get her in to be able to attack on this map. Or in most maps, to be honest. It's usually try to dance or smite or reposition her way up there. This is probably going to be Baby Golvig, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Like I said, this is a very good defense. Baby Golvig pops up in the exact position to cause the most amount of damage. That is very well placed. Very smart placement of a good unit there. And I don't think I have a way to win this now because I actually needed that dance to clear the penalties on not Veronica in particular, but to move Edelgard around. I think I needed that dance, and I no longer have it. I should probably take the rally off Veronica and give her a positional assist. I think it still works. Maybe like reposition or something, pivot, I don't know, swap, I don't know, one of them. Because I don't really need the rally. Or does it have to be a rally? I didn't actually check. But I was saying that Crom, the new Crom, what are we going to call him? Midriff Crom? Like Midriff Ike? Yeah. The new Crom would actually work very well on this particular team because of with Edelgard being able to give the positional assist and be able to help Edelgard be more mobile around the map. I think that's a good option, and I might give that a shot because the team in its current condition does not function well. I might move Nyx. Well, if I have Crom, then there's no need to put Nyx in the secret hole. Crom would essentially be the one to help me take out Black Knight, so I wouldn't need Nyx anymore, which is kind of sad because I liked having to depend on Nyx, but then also matchup specific, situational, not always consistent. It's looking like Chrom is going to be a bit more consistent than Nyx, so I mean that's a positive, or that's a plus. But it means that she might get booted off the team, which it's kind of sad. Or maybe I would remove Layla, but Layla's flat. Well, I don't know. The team needs some reworking. The current configuration is not good enough. That is what I believe, or that is what is apparent from this matchup here, because I don't think I can go. Yeah, I don't think I can go any further here. I think I've lost. To be honest, I don't think I can actually do anything. Camilla's debuffed, and the terrain did not spawn where I needed it to spawn. So we're gonna call this, man. Good job. All right, here's another attempt. Hopefully this one this one will definitely go better than the last one. That was a very well-built defense. I'm actually thinking of copying it because of how good it was. It was really good. I have all the pieces to be able to make that work. It was just the blessings I'm not quite sure if I want to spend. But yeah, that was a really, really well-built defense. I would recommend, if you have any of those pieces or most of those pieces, give that a shot. It will definitely give you wins, as you saw clearly. And really the only counter there, or the only way in, is to try to Gale Force your way in with someone like Camilla, who is still but then also I haven't seen the performance from the new fur yet, so that's to be decided in terms of if she's Camilla level or not. But yeah, definitely very, very strong. And I am tempted to just copy it, because my defense is currently getting wrecked by BK. Well, not by BK, by Armored Bro, by Jim Bro. So I don't know, that might be a good, and I have the same, I'm currently using the same map, so it would just be changing the units and moving the positions around. I'm seriously considering it. But then also I like to be original, so then I also might not do it just because of that. But it's a really good defense, very well built. A lot of thought went into it, you can tell. And Epthenir, I honestly don't like him on defense, but it's cool to see that some people are finding ways to make him work. I just don't like the idea that he plays that dual role, and then by removing him, you lose a big chunk. Like if he dies, that's a major blow to your defense, and a lot of times you might not be able to recover from that, or the defense might not be able to recover from that. But then I guess if one unit dies, then the whole thing usually falls apart anyway, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. But I don't know, man, I'm just not a big fan of him on defense. Offense, I can see him working. It's really interesting to see save balls come back for Astra season, because save balls were really kind of dead for Astra season. I don't remember who did it. There was like a period where save balls were like just removed from the meta. Was it Sigurd that caused it? I think it was probably Sigurd, when he was just killing everything with the AoEs. But save balls are kind of back for Astra, and I don't like that. I don't enjoy fighting them, because it means that you have to find a way to get in, either by range or melee. And Erica, as the biggest, essentially the majority of the meta is currently melee, which kind of means that Armored Bro has a massive position, or a massive advantage in Astra season in particular, because of the fact that there are no mythics in Anima season that really counter save ball strategies. None really come to mind immediately. So yeah, I should probably try to counter that with my defense building moving forward for Astra Anima. And that's also the thing, like as soon as people pick up on that, Armored Bro is kind of done, because there's so many ways to counter save balls, which is what he promotes in the current meta. There's so many ways to counter that playstyle that once he's not able to do that, he kind of just falls apart in terms of what he brings to the table. So, or not even just counter the save ball, but just kill him. And there's a few options to be able to do that, and I'm going to be looking into them, because he is currently a problem. He's currently a problem. I've lost so many matches on defense so far, So it's something that I'm going to look into to be able to try to counter him. He's very popular, very, very popular because of how strong he is. But yeah, we're currently cruising through this particular map. Not a lot of hassle here since it's boxed in with no way for them to get out.
Emblem guide you.
But where was I? I don't think I finished discussing some of the other. I think I touched on, or I finished Veronica and I finished Asker. Asker's bad, Veronica's okay, and Golvig. I've seen a lot of people do some interesting things with her in terms of her firepower. Magic Light. I keep forgetting that Magic Light is inheritable. I really thought it was an exclusive to the Summer Celica. I thought it was an exclusive, but it's inheritable, and Golvig seems to really want it. I can't really think of any other special to give her. Flare doesn't really make any sense. Too high a cooldown, and she kind of needs the ability to pierce. I don't think she has piercing in her weapon, if I remember correctly. So Magic Light kind of ticks all of the boxes. But then overall, she got the one thing, I think I said it before, but I'll reiterate, she got the one thing that she really needed, which was the extra action. It gave it to her, and that just makes her so much better. And I love the fact that she can actually just cancel and then go back in, kind of like how Summer Golvig does it, in a sense. I think she's the best out of the batch just because Gale Force will not age badly. Gale Force will always be good. Yes, they could have given her a bit more firepower, but I think what she got was fantastic. The Crux, the Crux effect, very, very good as well. Similar to Plumeria, but not to the same effect, but still good. That was fantastic on her. And I'm just happy all around for the buff that she got from the refine. And then Soren. Soren does what he used to do, but now he also can kill things. Whereas he kind of stopped doing that. Like a little bit, like a month or two after he came out, he stopped being able to kill things. But I think now his firepower will last a bit longer, especially if you give him something like Ice Wall. I think his bulk has improved significantly with that particular skill. He just got enough true damage to now be able to start killing things. So I think, especially dragons, his res is quite high, so he's a good counter to dragons now, and he has that adaptive damage thing in his A skill, I think. So overall, I think Soren is still doing what he was doing before, but now you can actually use him to fight. Whereas before, he was kind of dead weight in the Soren ball. He was kind of just, you wish you didn't have to use him, but he did what he had that unique effect, so you just had to use him, I guess. So now I think he's a good addition to teams if anyone is thinking of using him there in that team composition. Soren balls, I don't think they're back in the meta, but you can give it a try and see how it works for you. But I think overall I think he's not as good as Golvig, but for what he did, he's still able to do it now to and even better. So I think second place, in my opinion. And then Bertram, I mean, who cares? He's a Grail unit. Who cares? We're gonna get a better one in a couple of months. Who cares?
Still brewing.
Yeah, I don't like the way that they do these Grail refines either.
Drink more.
They could really just it just goes back to Sedith, and then who else? There was another one that we got recently, Nyx, whose refine was just like, it blew me away. And then Dimitri also sleeper good. Fallen Dimitri, unless the Grail units get refines that are of that nature, there's no real reason to care. Like, we're gonna get like a billion other Grail units, and they're gonna do something just as good, if not better. So yeah, it is what it is. It's good that they're free, I guess, but melee Cav, he's no fur. I'll say that much. And I think that covers the batch. Overall, I think it was mediocre. They really need to start making these bravery finds better, man, because it defeats the purpose of giving them the refines early if you're just going to make them bad. And it's not that it's bad, it's just at most these refines will last one more month, whereas you got Edelgard, right? Brave Edelgard. You got Brave. What's his name? Hector. And those lasted years after they got refined and remixed. So I don't know. They got to do something about it, man. It's not in a good state. GG's.